Test, test, test. Test. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3.
right. You just tell me when to say.
I'll let you go. Well, welcome everybody. This is George DeBobby here at historic Boydson H. Baird Gymnasium, along with Coach Rodney Nelson. Maryville College has got a big formidable task at hand, and they've opened up the season, as you may or may not know, trying to repeat as USA South champions and returning to the big dance or the NCAA tournament as they did last year. But they started off 1-4, and many of these people around here thought the 7 returning seniors were not up to par as they were last year. Since that dismal November start, which was 1-4, the Scots are 13-2 and currently have won 7 consecutive games. They've got a 10-3 conference record with a number 2 West ranking and a 14-6 overall record, as the Scots are in about the same place they were last year. Gone are the doubts that they had that they were just weren't quite going to get there. Maybe it was the distraction, Rodney, of Coach Lambert retiring. Who knows? But there were some doubts.
Tough early schedule. If you look at who they lost to out of conference, Emory, I do believe probably the Covenant game gave them something to really think about. They came back with, especially after the break, with a much different intensity level. And they had the loss of their senior
Colton Oaks,
who was really being counted on to police the paint and was a hard-nosed competitor. And as we noted a couple of weeks ago, Coach Lambert inserted Nick Clifton into the starting lineup, and since then, you look at the record. They've solidified
13-2.
Yeah, so Nick Clifton coming into the starting lineup has been very good for the Scots.
And putting Emir Bowman at the post, the 5 position.
Yes, well, I had to make those adjustments. And so, you know, and that's part of a season. You get a guy hurt, it takes some time to find the adjustments that are absolutely work the best for your team.
Let's talk a little bit about the Pfeiffer Falcons out of that's the Meisenheimer, North Carolina. It's like near Charlotte maybe, okay, somewhere in the Piedmont, as they say.
You have to have a real reason to go to Meisenheimer. One of the reasons is Pfeiffer.
Yep, here we go.
But you got a team that averages a little over 100 points a game. They play, I think the charitable way to say it is Olay defense. It's maybe on that model of Grinnell University, where you just try to outscore people. And this should be entertaining, should be a little bit. We're not afraid to run, are we, George?
No, we're not. After last night's game, we spanked a run-and-gun team in William Peace and did quite well against them. But the Falcons bring the conference's leading scorer and their team's leading rebounder in 6'5", 200-pound Kyle Ridley. 29 minutes per game. He scores 28 points per game, 7 rebounds. So far this season, he's amassed 498 points and 125 rebounds. And that's a career for most people.
Yeah, that's a really good stat line. But they have 4 guys in double figures, counting Mr. Ridley, Craig Saab at 12. At 17, Josiah Avington at 12.2, and Tijeric Simmons at 10.2. Spread around the scoring, my feeling is when I look at their assists, they have Gabe Miller 3.5 assists to 1.6 turnovers. And most everyone else is minuscule with assists, so I think they probably don't make many passes.
No, it's down the court, 1 pass. I'm watching them do it in their pregame, 1 pass, maybe 2, and shoot. They're on the other way. Jarek Simmons, 5'6", 140-pounder. He's their point guard, 10 points a game. So you talked about him. He's kind of their leader. He kind of puts it down the court. And when he's ready to pass, it's either going to go to Saab at 17 points a game or Ridley at 28 points a game. So that's what they got, run and gun.
And Simmons is going to try to get into the seams on any defense. So it's going to be an entertaining game. I love these type games. I mean, we're not adverse from running. We're generally going to make more than 1 pass, but we're more than capable of sticking the 3.
And after you make that one pass, you got to make one more.
Yes. Well, side, top, side is a
There you
saying
go.
that Coach Lambert has, and all of us coaches that kind of prefer movement basketball with ball screens. You can have that with movement, but you make the defense shift from one side to the other. You've got a better chance at O boards.
Jeff, how are you? Good to see you again.
You got a better chance at O boards, and you got a better chance at offensive efficiency.
Well, that'll be good. We're just about 5 minutes away from the national anthem. So let's get ready to rumble here. As they say, it's Maryville fighting Scots in a must-win game against the Pfeiffer University Falcons. And Rod, again, thanks for being here and showing up, and want to thank my good friend for some fig jam.
I was wondering what that was.
Yeah, that's fig jam from Lee Huffaker, the formidable volleyball referee and great golfer.
Yeah.
Rodney, do you have those starting lineups, or well, I'll go ahead and get them for you. Number 4, Josiah Havington, a 6'2" junior from Fredericksburg, Virginia. Number 5, Tajariq Simmons, we talked about him, 5'6", 140 from Roanoke Rapids. Craig Saab, a 17-point per game shooter at 6 feet tall, 185 pounds. Number 23, the conference's leading scorer, Kyle Ridley, 28 points per game. And number 24, Nolan Whitener, is a 6'5", 185 pound freshman. He came by way of Catawba Valley Community College. There are several players that have come from junior colleges on the Pfeiffer team.
Yeah, that's, of course, for folks who don't know, Pfeiffer is in a transition period moving from D2 to D3, and so they're ineligible for the conference title in the NCAA tournament. And next year, I believe they will be eligible.
So Maryville is going to go with Caleb Estes, the senior guard from Covington, Tennessee. Dante Hoppe, number 20, the senior forward from Naples, Tennessee. And the nation's leading three-point percentage shooter, that's all scorers, three-point percentage at 54%. 21, Calvin Songster from Johnson City, Tennessee, averaging about 15 points a game.
Well, Calvin is last time I was here, I was really encouraging him to get in rhythm and shoot it, just take a bounce and shoot. I got a feeling he's going to get some opportunities today based on Pfeiffer's style of defensive play.
Nick Clifton also coming in there, the freshman, 6'4", from Sylvania, Georgia. If you don't know where that is, it's about halfway between Augusta and Savannah, right about in the middle of the state, south of Atlanta. And then number 30, Amir Bowman, who scored a career-high 37 points last night. So for Maryville, it's 10 Estes, 20 Hoppa, 21 Songster, 22 Clifton, 30 Emir Bowman. And for the Pfeiffer Falcons, it's 4 Abington, 5 Simmons, 12 Saab, 23 Ridley, and 24 Nolan. Maryville in the black uniforms and the Falcons from Pfeiffer in the gold uniforms.
George, since Clifton's been in the lineup, have the Scots lost?
They have not.
Possibly that's been the fix.
Yeah. I talked to Coach Proceris about that this morning a little bit, and he says it's just the fact that they're getting more comfortable with their roles. Emir Bowman wasn't very happy to go in under the post, but he's learned to play, and he should be. He can jump higher than anybody in the league. And here we go.
And it moved Hoppa back to his more natural 3 position.
And it's controlled by Pfeiffer. Willie Saab going to bring it up the court. Maryville in a man-to-man defense. He'll kick it outside, back to Simmons. And around the block to Ridley for 3. And Ridley misses that, and it's picked up by Simmons. And then back outside, 3-point shot, flat shot, no good by Abington. Maryville gets the rebound.
Well, George, they made 4 passes in that first possession.
Looking at a...
it's a switching man.
Yeah, it's a switching man. It looks like a zone, but it is not. Hoppa wide open on the outside, misses that shot. The rebound comes down to Whitener, and they'll go into the corner. And then back out. And then back into the corner, and wide open under the basket.
Whitener.
Was Whitener. 2-0, 1 minute gone. Maryville down. And all alone is Clifton for 3, and he'll put it in.
Boom. Nice shot by Mr. Clifton. They're out quick.
The layup good by little Tajrik Simmons.
Simmons not the traditional point guard. I mean, he airs out on any shot, goes to the corner, and they look to fire it up to him, make or miss. They're definitely in a matchup zone now, George.
Yeah. And into the paint, and then back out. Songster for the long 2-pointer. Good, it's 5-4, Maryville.
Nice patience by Bowman. He could have put up a tougher hook shot, found his teammate for that wide open jumper.
Up the court comes the Falcons. Saab, and he'll get it to Abington. Left side to the diminutive Simmons. In the paint, turns around, shot, good.
He's a tough guard. Low to the ground, good ball skills, nice spin move on the baseline.
6-5 at the 17:50 mark. Pfeiffer up by 1. Short jump shot, 12-footer by Emir Bowman is good. 7-6 Maryville. The layup, no good. Rebound comes down to Nick Clifton of Maryville, and that's what you need against this team. Don't give him more than one shot.
Get in there.
And a great pass by Songster, 9-6.
That was a Super Bowl-worthy catch by Bowman.
Abington.
Foul by Clifton, it looks like.
Foul is on Nick Clifton.
I noticed in the last possession, Pfeiffer had Abington was wide open in the corner, and the guard decided not to pass it to him. And so you kind of get a feel that maybe he's not the most accurate of long-range shooters.
Ball in the hands of Whitener. Whitener shoots no good, tipped away by, I believe it was Emir Bowman. Songster for Maryville brings it up.
Ooh, Clifton dead in the middle of the lane.
Clifton now. And around to Hoppa with 15 on the shot clock. Clifton, and it's Bowman. Back out to Songster. Songster going to go to the basket. Left-handed layup, good. That's making something happen, 11-6 Maryville.
Nice move, really good move by Songster.
Driving to the basket, no good on the shot. Simmons going to go ahead and lay it up, and he'll miss, and it's Emir Bowman with the rebound. And that's, again, what you need, 11-6 Maryville. Songster to Estes. Hoppa with the ball now. Clifton on the wing.
George, you can hear in the background Coach Placeris and Coach Lambert exhorting their team to keep cutting.
Little jump shot, no good. Sky high rebound by Abington, and quickly up the court comes Saab.
Nice crossover.
Yep.
It's good guard. We're exhorting our players to keep cutting, and that really hurts the matchup zone.
11-8. Maryville, and it's Songster with the cross-court pass. 15:45 left to go. Bowman under the basket. Nice
Good
assist from Songster. Good. 13-8, Maryville at the 15:40 mark.
Late recovery by Pfeiffer on the help D. Bowman with a nice finish.
And blocked by Bowman, and then we got a foul at the end.
You know, the freshman for Pfeiffer, Whitener, he had a nice move early in the game, scored. Had another nice move just a moment ago, and he had a clear shot to the goal. Got our guy up there and missed it. They're going to him. He's had 3 shots. But as you can see, as this game progresses, 12 is the 12.
That's Saab.
Yeah, Saab and Simmons are the real creators. It looks like Abington, in my view, based on the fact they've passed him up a few times when he was open for threes, he's more of a driver, and he did penetrate. They take some tough twos. You know, that penetration, just kind of kicking it up there, that favors us over time as long as they're missing, as long as we keep holding our defensive position, getting them to throw up that tough two. We got a chance to bump this out quickly into double digits.
Yeah, give them one shot, and then they can go on. Folks, today's pregame segment was sponsored by Blunt Partnership. Their membership helps to provide opportunities for small businesses, corporate locations, manufacturing, leisure travel, and corporate retreats. Their goal is to ensure our community continues to enjoy a robust economy and opportunities to live an unrivaled quality of life. Joshua Brooks in now. He's number 11, wearing the concussion gear on his head. And it's Clifton with another 3. No good. Rebound comes down to Abington. Outlet right side to Ridley.
He's just a driver.
And he'll miss that shot and then kicked out and picked up by Simmons.
That's what I was talking about. He made a drive. He had to take a tough two.
And that's blocked
Nice
by
block.
Simmons. I mean by
Bowman.
Bowman.
Boy, he got up.
Down the left side goes Maryville by way of Estes, and they'll go around the top to Sanders. Looking for Bowman in the low post. The shot going to be short. Rebound comes to Maryville. Outside to Hoppe and in the corner. 12-foot jump shot, no good. A rebound comes down to the Falcons, and quickly it's Abington pushing it up the court. 3-point shot, good.
That was a tough 3. And he stuck it. Maybe his three-point shooting's off a dribble.
Yeah, he's a good three-point shooter, 36%.
Yeah, his percentage. That's why I was a little surprised earlier. They passed him up twice.
13-11. Maryville leads at the 14-minute mark.
I would like to see Hoppe shoot that 3 earlier when it was rebounded and kicked out to him. He was moving in. That's usually a high percentage
8 seconds on the shot clock. Little jump shot from the foul line, no good. A rebound comes down to Ridley. He'll outlet pass to Saab, and then in the corner, Whitner for 3, no good. Hoppe with the rebound for Maryville. Maryville in the dark uniforms with the ball right now. They're keeping that post pretty well boxed up. Ymir Bowman going to go to the lane and have the ball taken away by the quick-handed Simmons, and quickly down the court. And the ball on the ground, tied up.
Should be a jump ball.
It is a held possession.
No. Yeah,
held possession before the timeout.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was definitely a held possession before the timeout. Interesting. I was mentioning Abington, 36% is a good percentage. His 1-3 he shot from a catch and shoot. I mean, he hit the bottom side of the rim. So I am wondering if he's one of those guys that's just better off of a bounce shooting the ball than someone who plays catch and shoot.
Griswood in along with Manigan Garcia.
And Songster's back in for us.
And the Falcons have put in a host of other players. 22 in there now, Rowe. And a
Nice
little
curl.
feed and basket
Nice
good.
curl. See how he went off 2 feet, under control with power. Very good.
Good
by
assist.
Brooks.
15-11 Marable at the 12:45 mark. With the ball, it's Gabe Miller.
He's their leading assist man by
Go
average.
back out, three-point shot. Good by Tylen Rowe. 15-14 Marable. Songster under the basket. Little jump shot, six-footer,
Yes.
good.
A little short corner fade by Mr. Songster.
Quickly, up comes Sawyer. Sawyer trying to push that ball down the court. Outside shot by Ziski, no good. Rebound comes to an unguarded Whitener.
And that's what happens when you break down the defense with penetration and get the three. Your chances of offensive boarding go up.
17-16, Marable at the 11:50 mark. Manny Garcia with a three, no good. Rebound comes down to Whitner, and they'll push it up the court quickly with Miller. Miller loses the ball, but trying to pass it, and he'll get it outside to Rowe. Around the horn. And the drive, the basket good by Ziski, and it's 18-17.
Nice finish by Ziski.
Marable down by one. Garcia for three, no good, and the rebound comes to Songster. Griswood with the ball. Brooks going to go ahead and drive, and shot no good. He'll be fouled before the shot.
Very good
We'll
take.
get a media timeout.
You know, George, Ziski is a freshman, and so you got a freshman, Ziski playing good minutes. You've got Whitener, Whitener is actually a senior. I think earlier we might have said he was a freshman, but you got 22. Rowe is also a freshman. So they have some freshmen who are playing some quality time for them. And we predicted a relatively high-scoring game, and 9 minutes into it, 18-17. Not exactly scorching the nets, but there's more to come.
Well, we've got some stats for you, and let's pull those stats up here in a second. Marable shooting 50%, 8 of 16, and the Pfeiffer Falcons 8 of 19. Marable's only made one three-pointer, 1 of 5, and the Falcons 2 of 6.
And I don't believe Songster shot a three yet. I don't believe I've seen him do that. And of course, last game I had with you, George, he started slowly looking for that, and then he just heated up.
Well, he's got 6 points. They're all two-pointers.
Yeah.
Marable under the basket with 21 seconds. J.R. Sanders got to get the ball. And Sanders, you gotta keep track of that time. So that's a turnover for Marable. Second turnover. In the corner, Zitzky going to try to, and that's blocked by Marable's McGee.
Nice block by McGee.
Griswood to the basket, going to put up 2, no good. Rebound comes down to Fosha.
Brooks with the trip.
Coach Shuck getting a little evil eye from the coach, from the officials. 10:32 left, Marable down by 1. Non-shooting foul, 25 seconds on the shot clock, 10:32 left to go in the first half. Ball goes inbounds to Miller. In the corner to Abington. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound picked up out of the air and on the ground, and it goes to Sanders of Maryville.
Good hustle.
Good
hustle
by Hoppa. Under the basket, here comes.
Oh, very nice.
He'll be fouled by Josh Brooks. I mean, Josh Brooks was fouled.
Yes, he was. Nice cut by Brooks. Very good cut. Just point out there, Abington, another catch and shoot three. It didn't get above the rim. And
kind of a shooting lull here, both teams. And it's tied score. Brooks makes that one.
Well, both teams played in high-scoring games last night. As you mentioned earlier, Pfeiffer lost, and the Scots won.
Abington out and Ridley in. 18-18 your score, 10:05 left to go first half. And that one's in, and it's 19-18. Miller coming up, and he'll get it over to Ridley. Ridley and Hoppa going at it. And a push, I believe.
No, they called a violation.
3 seconds, I'm not sure what it was.
No, he might have stepped out of bounds.
Okay, no foul.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say he went out of bounds.
He went out of bounds and came back in. And it hadn't been touched.
And not a good throw there. And the feed and the loss and picked up by Hoppa. Sanders will take it back the other way.
Ziski drop kicked it to us. Attack, look. There you go.
And they're doubling every time doubling the ball carrier down the court. Songster with a crossover.
Nice.
Gonna lay it up. He'll be fouled. And a hard foul, and both players up okay. Songster going to the line.
You know, Calvin's really looking to, that's his second nice drive where he's taking it all the way to the hoop.
Who was that foul on?
33.
33. Yeah. Fosha with the foul. Songster, a real good free throw shooter, 84%. Maryville up 19-18, now up 20-18. 9:23 left to go in the game. Out comes Brooks, in goes Clifton for Maryville.
I just really like Calvin's game. He can shoot the three, he can pull up and shoot, he can take it to the hoop, and he's a solid passer.
Second shot up, good.
And he's a good defender.
21-18, 9:22 left to go. Pfeiffer with the ball. Miller gonna drive and back out. And the shot up and no good, tipped away. Picked up by Pfeiffer.
Ridley with a nice drive and then tipped the ball back out.
Cross paint, drive gonna go, little floater, good.
You watch this game.
Rowe.
You watch this game develop, George, and Pfeiffer, most of the time on the offensive boards, they're playing tip back, tipping it back out to the three-point line.
Songster.
Need some cutters.
.13 and in the corner to Songster. Sanders with 7 on the clock. And he'll lazy pass it away, stolen away by Ridley. Ridley gonna go coast to coast with the layup and the foul by Songster.
Really nice take all the by Kyle Ridley.
21-20 your score. Maryville up. Amir Bowman goes in, as does Caleb Estes.
You know, based on the way you see Ridley handle the ball and attack, you might assume he doesn't take as many threes, but he actually leads the team in three-pointers taken with 102.
73-point free throw shooter puts that one in, and it's 23-21. Maryville down by 2 with 8:15 left to go.
Matchup zone again.
Can hear the coaches. Maryville slaps to the middle. 8 minutes left to go. Songster
gosh.
inside the Hoppa, and unselfish Hoppa with the little two-pointer.
We had two people wide open within 3 feet of the basket. And that's the cutting action against the matchup. It's going to confuse.
Pfeiffer with the ball. Sab with a long two-pointer. No good. Rebound comes to Maryville's Clifton. Tie score at the 7:35 mark, 23-23. Outside to Hoppa for the three-pointer. Good. 26-23.
Nice assist, nice stroke by Hoppa.
And a long pass and back around. Goes to Ridley. That ball's partially blocked. Rebound comes down to Maryville. Into Bowman, out to Hoppa for a second three-pointer. Good. They got a mismatch there. Blake Smith at 5'10", going against the 6'5" Hoppa. Hoppa burns him for 6 straight points. 7:05 left. Full timeout. Oh, 30 seconds.
Those assists are coming from back out of the paint. And one of the problems with the matchup zone, if you get enough cutting, guys will get confused about who they're taking as they cut through. And you got that pass from the block thrown back out to the head of the circle. The matchup man is a 5-some-odd guard.
Yeah.
And Hop's got to shoot him, and I think he needs to continue to shoot. If we can get it inside out like that, we're going to have a lot of nice threes this game.
Well, Maryville now up to 55% shooting, 11 of 20, 3 of 7 from the three-point arc. They are 4 of 4 from the free throw line. The Pfeiffer Falcons now 10 of 26 for 39%, 2 of 7 from the three-point arc, or 29%, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. Maryville leads 29-23. I'm George DeBobby along with Coach Rodney Nelson. Rodney, lots of action, lots of pace. Again, it's kind of a lower scoring game than maybe we thought.
Well, it just
it's early
when you don't have these surges of threes in this type of game, it is going to be a little bit lower scoring. But we've gotten some really good looks at threes in the last 2.5 minutes. Thus our lead of 6. I'm real curious why Simmons isn't back in the game. There's a steal. Big skip. No. Nice
Goes
corner.
all over to Songster for 3.
Boom.
Yes!
That's 3 in a row. 3 in a row. Threes. We're on a roll.
32-23. Maryville up at the 6:35 mark. And a block. That's a foul on here. Bowman looked like a pretty clean block, but I'm a little partial. Bowman with his first.
I guess I've been a little surprised that Tajaric Simmons hasn't been back in, considering he logs a lot of minutes.
Foul shot up, no good.
But also Miller logs a lot of minutes, so.
Second shot, no good. The rebound comes down to Clifton of Maryville.
We came out ahead on that. Here's a chance with another to go up double digits.
Yeah, they've made a little switch now.
There he is. See the pick and roll against that matchup. That was wide open. Cutter. Man, a lot of contact on that one.
Yeah. Here, Bowman with a long two-pointer, no good. Rebound comes down to
There
Miller.
it is.
And taken away by Bowman. Bowman's going to slow it up smartly. Hoppa pulls up, shoots the 3.
Oh.
No good. And it's Bowman with the rebound. And Songster in the corner. Pulls up, shoots the long two-pointer, and it's good, 34-23. Patience.
Coach Shuck is wanting a foul on that steal.
Miller to the line and back out. Blocked by Nick Clifton, and it was Smith getting his own rebound. Long three-pointer, good.
Wow. Evan Fosha with the long 3.
34-26, Maryville leading with 5:20 left to go first period. Pfeiffer and Maryville USA South Conference game.
Illegal.
Yeah, you could see it coming. Oh, it was a foul.
Yeah, it was an illegal screen by
Caleb
by
Estes.
Estes. it was kind of hard to tell. I guess maybe Estes, after the defender made contact, he pivoted. And so they determined that to be a moving screen.
Griswold in now. McGee in for Maryville. Sab. And that's blocked and then picked up by J.P. McGee.
Yeah, McGee with the block.
Estes with the layup and in. 36-26 Maryville. Largest lead of the game. And up comes Sab.
Simmons with the basketball, looking for that seam he wants to create.
And they'll kick it back out to Abington.
We get a little ball screen action. He likes it off the bounce.
And
nice
it's
block.
blocked. He'll get his own.
And blocked
again. Got his own
Beautiful.
Rebound. Clifton with 2 blocks on 1 basket. Hoppa down there for 3. No good. Rebound goes out of bounds, and it is off Maryville.
A hustling McGee almost came with the big O board, but a beautiful shot by Hoppa. Wide open on the quick transition.
4:17 left to go before halftime. 36-26, and up comes Craig Saab from Goose Creek, South Carolina. Goes to Ridley. Ridley into the lane, gonna throw it up.
Nice left-handed.
Yep.
He's got really good body control. Creates space with that upper body.
Well, I looked at his career stats, and I think this is his first year at Pfeiffer. It doesn't show anything. 38-28, 3:45 left to go.
Must have been a transfer.
I think he came from UNC Greensboro is what, I'm not sure of that though. It's Ridley, long 3-pointer, off the backboard.
Couldn't do it. The bank was open. He made a deposit. You couldn't do any better defense. Hoppa couldn't.
Yeah, Hoppa rolled his eyes, 3:25 left to go. Maryville up by 7.
Curl. There's no defense. I mean,
Maryville misses the shot, and Abington's going to come down with it, and up comes Ridley. Shot by Ridley, no good. Rebound comes off Maryville, and we got a timeout with 3:05 left to go.
There's another one of those tough twos. I mean, one difference you see from Maryville's players when they go to the basket, you'll get a lot of power hops. So you get a more controlled shot, and if the defense collapses, we're in position to reverse pivot and toss it back out. And Pfeiffer, once they commit, they're going off 1 foot. And a pass to me is probably a little more in desperation than it is in a plan, because the twos they're putting up are very difficult. And if we, as long as we keep defending, making them take those tough twos, the rebounding, we should dominate the boards and get it going the other way.
Scots fans, please save this date. Next week, February 9th, we'll celebrate Coach Randy Lambert's legacy on and off the basketball court. Tip-off 2 o'clock against Huntington. Go to our website, mcscots.com, for times and locations of the special events. And also in that weekend, next weekend, Coach Lambert and staff will recognize on Sunday the 7 seniors. Please plan to attend that game. Big weekend next week.
Yes, it is. Excellent senior group. You hate to see them go, but they've had a wonderful mark on Maryville basketball.
3:05 left to go before halftime. Maryville with a 7-point lead. And the shot no good. Put back, tip in. Going to be a foul against Maryville.
Now there's your classic example of a penetrator. The postman whose guy got the rebound, Bowman, comes over to help try to block. Whoever rotated down did not block out Whitener. They just stood beside him, and he.
Whitener, 75% free throw shooter. Maryville up by 7 with 2:54 left to go before halftime.
You got to find each man on penetration. When the shot goes up, your offside defenders, your helpers, have got to put a body on someone, or those O-boards are going to be there for them.
Rowe comes in, and out goes Simmons for the Falcons. 2:54 left before halftime, 38 for Maryville, and let's see what Whitener does here. 38-32, 6-point lead, a 4-0 run by the Falcons. J.R. Sanders going to come up for Maryville. He's going to go to Bowman, and he's totally unguarded as he got around Whitener. Good move, 40-32.
Well, they switched to a man-to-man, and they had no help side in that situation.
Saab going to go to the basket in the paint, and then back out goes to Abington. Cross pass to Rowe, and then back to Saab. 10 on the shot clock. He'll get it out to Abington. Shot goes
nice
in.
Finish. I tell you,
by Ridley.
You know, Ridley.
Nick Clifton with the basket and the foul makes it 42-34. And it's Ridley.
Yeah. Well, Ridley tried to create a double team up here on the half line. That left his man open. And I'll say this, Ridley is so strong in the upper body. We've probably fouled him a couple of times, and they're not calling. He's just so strong, it doesn't look like it dislodges him.
Yeah. Shot by Clifton going to be no good. Zips in and out. 42-34 at the 2-minute mark before halftime. Shot.
Exactly. Like Coach Lambert said, they've really been emphasizing both hands up or single hand up because, I mean, they know that they take tough twos.
Second on Songster.
You just don't want to bail them out. Don't want to bail out a guy that's going to the basket taking a tough two.
Saab, 80% free throw shooter. And he'll make that 42-35. In comes Dontarius Bray. Out comes Songster, keeping him out of foul trouble. Shot good, 42-36, with 1:50 left to go before halftime. Maryville leading. Outside to Hoppe. Sanders.
Gosh, he had the penetration.
Boy, he sure did. In the paint to Clifton.
Nice job.
Clifton
Get in there.
Puts it in. 44-36, 1:30 left to go. The Falcons up the court quickly. That's more than 3 seconds. And falling down. And
well,
we'll just go with the officials.
On this Sunday, the officials giveth and they taketh. And in that case, they gave Pfeiffer a timeout when Bowman was calling it. But anyway, George, for this game that was kind of meandering score-wise, we talked about, well, it's not as high scoring. Well, here we are, 44 points. They're 36. And Maryville's defensive strategy is very simple to see. We're going to guard man-to-man. And we're going to help a little bit, but we're not going to try to overhelp. And he wants them to shield the drivers, both hands up. Because their style of play is they'll crash one, and if he can't get it, he's going to tip it back out to the three-point line.
16 on the shot clock when the timeout was called. 1:15 left to go, and the ball goes out of bounds on the inbound pass. A turnover. 44-36, Maryville with the ball. Side back court by Clifton, and the long pass to Bray.
Really, there you go.
Under 1 minute left to go. 10 on the shot clock to Hoppe in the corner. 5. And losing the ball, and up the court comes. Oh, no, wait, long three-pointer. No good. Rebound comes to Maryville. Maryville dodged the bullet.
Yeah, the penetration ball got dislodged. Might have been a little contact, but Refs are being very consistent with that. We're getting the opportunity to contact some, so are they. Nice little kick out, Clifton.
In front of the basket, right-handed.
Good penetration by Bray.
46-36, 15 seconds left to go. Up the court comes the Falcons. It's Ridley, conference's leading scorer. And they're going to call a foul. I mean,
he's tough off the dribble. and like I said, you know, he gets some solid contact when he's driving it, but he's so strong it doesn't knock him off balance.
3 seconds left to go, and it's Ridley coming up with 73% free throw shooting. And he'll make that one. That foul hurt. Ridley with 11 points now. Songster with 13. 46-37. Second shot up, and that is no good. Rebound comes to Maryville. It's going to be Hoppe with a long shot. Go! Looked like it was going in from here.
Had it online.
Halftime, 46-37. Maryville leads by 9. And this halftime segment is sponsored by Cookout. Make plans to get the best barbecue, the best burgers, the best shakes, and much more in the area at Cookout. 1305 West Lamar Alexander Parkway. Halftime, Rodney.
And Pfeiffer will have possession of the basketball coming out of halftime. Well, obviously, we've got to be fairly pleased with our defense in terms of holding them to 37 points. I think strategy-wise, as long as we shield the drivers, we're really kind of content to let them, if they're going to really force the drive, take tough twos, we just got to rebound it. And then on this end, our offensive end, how can you argue with 46 points except
we could add more.
It looks I mean, we've gotten some really good looks. I've had a couple of tough situations driving where the ball got dislodged, but the patience we've shown has given us a lot of good looks. And, you know, I really thought Hoppe hit a couple of threes. We got rolling. Songster hit another three, made it a 3 in a row. And then we got 3 really good looks at threes, and all of them were back of the iron. And that meant, you know, that could have been blowout time.
Yeah.
But it'll happen in the second half, George.
Points in the paint, big for Maryville. Something we're looking at. 20 points in the paint for Maryville, 18 for the Pfeiffer Falcons. Maryville with 6 turnovers and 13 assists. It's beautiful right there. And the Falcons 7 turnovers and just 3 assists.
And, you know, it kind of fits a bit of their MO. I mean, they're a put-it-on-the-floor team. A few of their guys you can see, they go to the basket, jump on 2 feet, and look to pass. But most, when they attack the paint, they're looking to put up a shot.
And all of those turnovers, 7 turnovers, Maryville has gotten 11 points. So that's pretty good.
We're in a good position. You know, it's one of those games where both teams played yesterday. Large scoring games. They're on the bus ride down. They've got to have some positive things happen to them in the first 8 minutes of this second half to where they feel like they have a chance to win, or you're going to see some of that mental fatigue kick in. And I think the 12-minute to 6-minute mark will determine if we blow this thing out and get it to 20. I just like both teams are playing with energy, but our quality of shots is much better than theirs.
Well, Maryville leads all scorers. It's Calvin Songster with 13. Again, the nation's leading three-point shooter. He's got 1. He's 5 for 5 from the field, so that's 13 points with 2 free throws.
Highly efficient. What's our total shooting percentage?
We're at 50, I want to say 59%.
You see,
that's 19 of 32.
You see, that's just quality, and they have, what is theirs?
38.
But how many shots have
they've taken 37, 14 of 37.
So just our quality of shots, and over the course of a 40-minute game, especially when it's your second game 2 days in a row.
On the road.
It just tends to play out. I don't care what level it is. you got to have some good things happen in that first 8 minutes so the game stays in contact. And if we can pop them early here, they'll probably have one run in them, but if you can get it to 20, that run may get it to 11 or 10, but they use a lot of energy to get back to that point, and then we make our next run. Just our shot quality is far superior.
Good point, Rodney. Let's take a quick break, and Rodney Nelson and I will be back with some more stats. Halftime here, 46-37. 9 minutes left to go before the second half starts. Scots fans, remember this date, Saturday, February 9th, as we celebrate Coach Randy Lambert's legacy on and off the basketball court. Festivities, or the game is at 2 o'clock against Huntington, but there'll be festivities all around the game, pre and after. Go to www.scots.com, that's mcscots.com, for times and locations of the special events. And then the following day on Sunday, the 10th, in a game against LaGrange, Coach Lambert and staff will recognize these 7 seniors that are out here and have been here for 4 years, and that's again February 10th. Make plans to attend the pregame festivities before the 3 p.m. kickoff. And today's halftime segment, sponsored by Cookout. Make plans to get the best food, best barbecue, best burgers, best shakes, and much, much more at your area Cookout. 1305 West Lamar Alexander Parkway. And we will see you there. 7:48 left to go. We'll be right back before the second half starts. Maryville leading Pfeiffer 37-46. Let's head over and do some stats right now. Halftime, 37-46, Maryville over the Pfeiffer Falcons here in a USA South Conference game. Maryville trying to hang on to their hopes to host the game, and Pfeiffer trying to knock somebody off. Pfeiffer kind of on the bubble for getting into the tournament. Pfeiffer, actually they're not eligible for the tournament, my mistake, but they certainly would like to make a showing and knock somebody off. And they're not eligible because of their transition into the USA South from, I believe, NAIA capability. Maryville leading, as I said, 46-37. It is Kyle Ridley from Pfeiffer with 11 points, 5 for Whitener, 3 for Abington, who was hot at first. Made that three-pointer, thought he was going to light it up. Tajeric Simmons, 4 points, along with Sab, 4 points. 2 points for Ziski, and off the bench, Tylen Rowe with 5 points, and Fosha with 3 points for Maryville. Dante Hoppe with 6, Nick Clifton with 9, Bowman with 10, Estes with 2, 13 for Songster, and 6 for Joshua Brooks. Anybody in foul trouble? Well, Maryville has a little bit of trouble, and they've got 1, 2, 3 of their starters with 2 fouls. That's Clifton, Songster, and, well, not Brooks, but foul trouble for those two could be worrisome in the second half. For the Falcons, foul trouble, nobody. Only 1 foul each for Ridley, Whitener, Miller, Rowe, and Fosha. Maryville shooting 59.4%. That's 19 of 32 from the field. The Falcons shooting 14 of 37, and as Rodney was talking about, was the quality of shots. 14 of 37 for Pfeiffer, that's 39%. From the three-point line, the Falcons are 4 of 11, or 36%. Maryville is 4 of 10, or 40%. But 3 big threes kind of put them in the lead there about midway through the first half. Maryville is 4 of 5 from the charity stripe, and the Falcons are 5 of 9. Any other things that we can look at? Yeah, Maryville with 11 points off the 7 turnovers that the Falcons have, and that's pretty good. And they've got fast break points, 8 for Maryville, 5 for Pfeiffer. Second chance points, Pfeiffer's done much better, 6 points to 2 for Maryville. Points in the paint, we mentioned, 20 for Maryville, 18 for the Pfeiffer Falcons. The biggest lead of the game was 11 by Maryville. It's 9 right now. Best scoring run, 13 for Maryville and 5 for Pfeiffer. Lead has changed 9 times. The game has been tied twice. Maryville's had the lead for 16 minutes. Pfeiffer 2 minutes, 35 seconds. We get ready to come back here in just a moment with second half action. I'll be right back. we're just about 30 minutes, a minute 30 seconds from opening the second half. Coach Nelson with me here today. And Coach, the only thing that concerns me is Maryville has 2 fouls each on Clifton and Songster. It's about the only thing I can say that's negative, so staying out of foul trouble is going to be important for both those players.
Well, definitely, especially with Songster, with his offensive explosion. He's got 13. Both players are important. Clifton with his double-figure rebounding average. And, you know, we know Pfeiffer's going to keep playing. They're going to keep penetrating. They're going to keep trying to create contact and fouls. So our guys have to be disciplined and keep their hands up, build a wall, a shield between them and the basket, and make Pfeiffer take tough twos, because they will do it. They've already shown that they will throw that ball up there quite a bit. I mean, they're 14 of 37, 4 of 11 from 3, so basically they're 10 of 26 from 2. Now think about that. 26 two-pointers and you've hit 10. Some tough shots. We're 4 of 10 from 3, so we've taken 22 twos, and we've hit 15 out of 22. You're talking 70% versus maybe 40, and that just tells you that their quality of twos is – our defensive strategy is working. We just got to clean up and stop the offensive rebounding, where, you know, they had 10 O boards. We cut that in half. You'll see a 20-point victory.
Maryville going to start with number 10, Estes, 20, Hoppe, 21, Songster, 22, Clifton, and 30, Emir Bowman. And the Falcons will start with Saab, Ridley, Abington, Whitener, and more than likely Simmons. I don't see but 4 out there.
One in the corner,
there he is,
Mr. Simmons. Just came out of the concession stand ready to play. he gets that deep corner.
Pfeiffer with the ball. He'll get it back outside to Simmons for 3, and he'll miss it. Maryville with the rebound.
See, Pfeiffer had no one crashing the boards.
Maryville come up the court.
They're in that matchup zone again.
Matchup zone again, yep.
It's called, I believe they're in, ooh.
Emir Bowman for 2. Rebound comes to Whitener.
I believe it's the old Carolina point zone. He's tough. Yeah.
And
no
good
foul.
job on the defense there. He falls down a lot.
Yeah, he's wanting that foul. We did a good job shielding, just putting our arms up.
Inside to Clifton. Back out to Hoppe.
Hoppe showed a lot of discipline not taking that one, because he's already hit the
Clifton for 3, no good. Nobody under the basket. 1 minute gone in this second half. Maryville 46. Pfeiffer 37.
Nice
and a little jump hook by Whitener.
Got to deny that. Coach Lambert can't be happy. Yeah, he's getting on it. You got to wrap that guy. You can't allow that pass in from that low on the wing.
Songster baseline. In and out, gets it to Hoppe. Back to Songster for 3. And he'll lose the ball, but picked up. 10 seconds on the shot clock. And it's going to be Songster for the long 2, no good. Rebound comes to Clifton. Songster back with a 3, no good. The rebound comes to Abington.
2 good look. Well, 1 real good look. The 2 was pretty tough. Yeah, see, we can't.
And they're going to call a foul on Hoppe in the basket, good. So they've come out with a different strategy.
You got to wrap. You can't just play dead behind, because Way Pfeiffer, if you remember their first 3, and 12 is really, he's a penetrator passer. He penetrates, jump stops, gets under control, and kicks out. And then they posted 24. So basically 3 lane penetrations. And
no good.
They
rebound.
got 5 points off of it. 4 points off of it.
Hoppe in the paint, little turnaround hook, good.
Good pass by Songster. Good cut by Hoppe.
Up comes Pfeiffer. Simmons outside. Abington, long three-pointer, no good.
You rarely see a three taken off 1 foot, but you just saw it. And it was off the bounce, which is, I just think that's what Abington does. Nice.
Bowman with a reverse layup.
Very good.
In and out the other side.
Yeah.
And knocked away by Nick Clifton
Nick Clifton saved a layup, because if that had gotten to Abington, it would have been to Whitener, because Bowman was picking himself off the floor. No one had rotated to the middle of the lane to stop the layup. So great awareness by Clifton, taking away the sideline pass.
50-41, Maryville in the lead, 17:24 left to go in this game. Pfeiffer in the gold, Maryville in the black. In and out the other side, long three-pointer, nothing, and up comes Amir Bowman.
You were correct, it was long.
Hoppa on the left side here. In the corner, Nick Clifton, and we'll get a foul against Whitener.
Well, Abington with a wide open spot three. That's his third one. And he's hit the front of the iron twice, and he airmailed that by a foot. And he did hit a three off the bounce. I just think that's what he does.
20 seconds reset.
Oh,
back door, and then it's Hoppa for three, and it's good. Hoppa with 11 points.
And that's his third three.
I don't agree with these fouls. I mean, because a lot of this stuff, and that's Clifton's third.
Yeah.
They're just kind of diving into him, and it's a good coaching technique.
Well, he's got a little hip-to-hip action there, and offensive players now, they will definitely sell the contact. Reminds me of professional soccer at times.
Three-pointer, good. 53-44, and Randy wants that knockout punch, and it's not coming. Hoppa.
We were getting close to it.
And good job. And then Maryville gets the ball stolen away. It's a 3-on-2 break.
Nope.
And not a good job by Simmons on the pass. Maryville going to push it back up. And Whitener was waiting for it. They go the other 3-on-1 break outside to Simmons. Going to take that three-point shot, and he misses it. And that should be a foul, but no foul. Maryville goes the other way.
We got a 3-on-1 break, and you shoot a three. In a game where we can make another basket, we'll be up double digits.
Hoppa for three,
Boom.
Good.
So there you go. Now we're up 12, and they gave up getting the layup.
56-44 at the 15:35 mark. And a little extra trouble. And that's kind of what they do is they lean into you, hoping to draw the foul.
Yeah.
And there's Coach Shuck wanting to know where the foul was.
Well, on that particular drive, it'd be wonderful if we had a replay. But, strictly by rule, if a guy starts driving on a straight line, you've got a right to a straight line. But to cut off that straight line, you've got to be perpendicular to it. And
well, that's what happened, I think, under the basket when Clifton got his third foul. I kind of was thinking the same thing.
I thought Clifton on that was shielded well, and they got a break. And on this one, I thought they, probably if they'd have blown a whistle on that foul, I wouldn't have had a problem with it, as opposed to Clifton's where, I just thought the guard sold that foul really well.
Yeah, he did.
But
56-44 your score, 15-34. And again, Rodney, thanks for being here today.
Yeah.
I know you're busy. And
well, it's fun. It's a good game to see, and hope everyone comes out next weekend for the Scott's last homestand of the year, unless we have tournament play.
So Maryville's got the ball in the lead by 12 with 15:34 left to go. Up the court will come Maryville. Points here would be big for the Scots.
Pfeiffer's Nice cut.
And the little two-pointer, good.
See, Pfeiffer went to their man and they switched, but we backdoored that switch really well.
Ball on the ground, Whitener. And a block by Amir Bowman. He's such a good block shotter. He can really elevate.
He's got good timing. He doesn't swat, he just tips.
Went back to that, I guess that same zone. There's Bowman, baseline.
He's being guarded by their guard. Nice step through.
What a move.
I love it. There we are, we're up to 16. What I talked about, good things, you know, the first 8 minutes are key. And Pfeiffer came out.
That should be a travel, I think. And a three-point shot, no good. Nobody under the basket.
No, Pfeiffer's, they're ready to be knocked out. We just need about 3 good possessions here.
Hoppe going to drive the basket. And picked up under the basket, layup good. And I believe that was Brooks.
Up to 18, first 6 minutes. And we got a timeout.
14:07 left to go. Maryville leads 62-44, and that's a big run. It was a 8-point deficit, and now it's 18, a 10-0 run.
Well, if you consider that it was 9 at the half, they came out and hit a 3, then they made a 2. So all of a sudden it's 4-5, and that's their high water mark. I mean, they scored 5 right out of the locker room to make 42, and now they've scored 2 in the last 4 minutes, and we really stepped on the gas pedal here.
The last 4 possessions, Maryville has a 3, a 2, a 2, and a 2.
Yeah. Just, you know, what we mentioned just before the halftime break and coming back on the air, just high-quality 2s with high-quality 3s versus Pfeiffer's. You know, Pfeiffer came out early. I thought, wow, this is interesting. And then they had a 1-foot 3. They had a shot fake. Guy went by, a lean-in 3, no good. And there's nobody rebounding.
And I think a lot of it had to do with they're trying to draw the foul.
Yeah, well, they play a style that's obviously, you know, if they get hot, they're tough, and if they're not, they're going to lose.
Zeski in there. You talked about him before. Zeski going to go to the basket, kick it back out, top of the key, drive,
yeah,
and the basket good.
I'm real impressed with Ridley, though. He just doesn't force up the 3 ball very much. You know, he's been very patient with that. Nice runner.
Quickly up comes Pfeiffer. And Bowman with the, not the deflection, but the diversion. He didn't touch it, but he certainly diverted the throw. .20 left to go in the game. To Brooks with 10 on the shot clock. Brooks outside to Maryville for the 3. Estes no good. The rebound comes down to the Falcons.
Good look.
Sob in the corner. Rowe.
They have no cutters. Everything Pfeiffer, everybody, well, now Ridley's moving to the block. He's going to try to seal here. He's just going to pop out.
Good job by Clifton on the defense.
Nice back cut. Good block. We're going to call a foul, but I don't know. I thought they got the block shot on that one. But, you know, Ridley's a very patient player. He set that back cut up really well.
Yep. Ridley going to the line. Ridley with 11 points. And again, Ridley a real good free throw shooter. 73%. He'll make that one. Ridley 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Estes and Hoppe out. Sanders and
Songster back in.
Sanders and Jordan Griswood in. Second shot good, 62-48. Griswood with the ball for Maryville to hop to Songster. Songster to Sanders. Sanders, a little bit of penetration, not much. Songster outside to Griswood, takes the shot. Griswood, no good. Rebound comes down to Saab. Ziski looking to shoot the three.
That's just,
you know, I think right there he thought Amir Bowman was going to jump, and Bowman never did.
He just decided he's going to shoot no matter what.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just not a good three in any circumstance. I don't care what style of play. But he's still in the game. He's
Griswood
not
for
out.
two. Oh, rims it out. Got to get down to hustle. Ziski coming up.
Coach is giving his freshmen a lot of leash.
Well, why is that a foul?
Well, foot got in the way. It's a foot foul. Yeah, sometimes fouls in basketball are very, well, like that one. You had a guy drive, top of his foot caught our guy's foot. There's no physical body contact. It's just foot to foot. You bet you got to change in possession. Ball gets loose, so I guess they decide they got to call it.
I don't understand that.
Yep.
So that's why I'm not an official. That's why I'm sitting here wondering what happens.
Well,
62-48 your score. Maryville up by 14, 11:42 left to go.
They're doing a good job. I mean, in my view, it's been pretty consistent, especially with a lot of dribble drives. You know, you go inside with the ball. They've been pretty consistent. You shield a guy off. You're not hacking around. They let you play with. You got to play through that contact.
Let's thank our sponsors for today. It's Blunt Partnership, GoTees.com, Cookout, LeConte Wealth Management, Campbell Party Rentals, Kenjo Markets, Airport Hilton, and Firehouse Subs. So here we go after the trip. 23 on the shot clock. 11:42 left to go in the game. Under the baseline, it will be the Falcons getting the ball inbounds. 62-48 Maryville. Now, why isn't that a foul?
Coach Lambert wants to know that too.
I know.
Yeah, that's what Coach. He said he missed it. And blocked by Amir Bowman. Now they're going to call a foul.
No, they didn't. They called it off us, but it went off number 2's leg.
Now the referees are going to confer on this.
Yeah, it went off number 2's leg, and they have a shot clock issue, I believe, because they're looking at the shot clock. Don't know what it is. 23.
Why?
Why is it a reset, sir?
On the first missed shot rebound, the ball went out of bounds. But anyway.
And they'll get it to Ziski. Ziski baseline, kicks it outside. And Bowman's going to pick it up. No foul. And up goes the the Falcons. 11:07 left to go in the game.
Amir's
Boy,
was determined. He was determined to get that ball back.
There's a lot of contact out there today right now.
Yeah, they're letting him play through a lot.
Clifton back in there to Bowman. Clifton on the backside, and that's got to be a foul.
And they called it. Well, you know, I mentioned the first 8 minutes. So 12 minutes we were up 14. We had a little bit of a lull. We were really close to just, 14:40 to go. Pfeiffer was hanging on by their fingernails. Well, they've kind of weathered that, kept in contact. But here's another surge, another 4-minute surge. And
63-48.
We're just getting a lot better and easier looks than they are. And they're playing hard. Pfeiffer's doing a good job playing hard, but everything's spread the floor. And
Maryville's playing some pretty good defense.
Yeah, but they have no, other than feeding the ball to 24 low a few times, really everything's off a dribble trying to get to the lane.
64-48, 10:47 left to go in the game. Maryville leading Pfeiffer.
Now there's a post up. And they just called a charge. Ridley charged. Yeah. Brooks did a good job once he was caught behind on the post up, just shielding off. And Ridley spun, ducked his shoulder, boom, charge. He whacked him.
64-48, Maryville leading, and they've got the ball. Hoppa to Songster. Songster will drive the baseline, behind the back pass, and then out of bounds off Zitsky.
Yep. Here's a chance.
14 on the shot clock.
Here's a chance, here's a chance. Pop this up a little more.
In the corner to Sanders. Sanders going to drive, floats it up, and no good, but Sanders'
sticks with
ball
it.
is on the ground.
Ball hit the rim.
The ball hit the rim.
You didn't get a reset. Oh, don't. Well, I'm sorry. You know what? Everybody and their brother knows the ball hit the rim. And Mr. Official here looks like he wants to throw a T on our bench because we're helping him. I just don't, yeah, we'll get it. Just wave your hand and go over there and say, we'll get it.
Possession.
See, he's going over here to talk to our bench.
30 seconds, reset on the clock. 10:04
anyway,
left to go in the game, 64-48.
We need some good cutting action through the middle of the lane because we need some very good cutting action through the middle of the lane. They're in that matchup zone. It'll spring an easy shot for us. When we've done that good cutting, they've had a hard time. That's
Clifton
a nice
under
deal.
the basket. Rebound comes down to McGee. Little jump shot, no good. And that's a travel.
You got to, wow. Was a foul.
Foul was before that foul, though.
There might have been a couple of more.
Me. That's 4 on Clifton.
There might have been 2 early ones.
9:54 left to go. The game getting a little sloppy. Yeah. 64-48. Ridley going to drive the basket, layup no good. Rebound comes down to Maryville, J.P. McGee. Songster with some nifty ball handling. Fakes the 3 to Sanders, to Hoppa. And that's taking one for the team.
Yeah. I wish he'd have gone up with a 3.
Yeah.
He definitely was going to get hit. No doubt about that.
Shot clock reset to 20.
Yeah.
9:30 left to go. Maryville up by.
We're up 16. We just, nice patient possession here. Get some good cutting through the middle of the lane. Give me another cutter. Give me another cutter.
A 3-point shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Miller. They'll go the other way. Ridley. You can't call a foul every time, though. I mean,
what I'd like to see us do down here was when our high wings reverse to the mid wing, I'd like to see them go ahead and cut, do a basket cut to the middle of the lane. See if a give and go cut's there, because the middle of that lane's just open. That matchup, they've got no one there. Like to see that cut.
Bowman and Estes in, out Sanders and J.P. McGee. A couple of good minutes.
Yeah, McGee's done good things today. He's been very active, very active.
Nice freshman. Second shot going to be up by Ridley, and That one is good, and it's 64-49 with 9 minutes, 10 seconds left to go in this game. USA South Conference game right here, right now. Tomorrow is a day off.
Nice mid-post cut. There you go.
Bowman with 2.
Nice mid-post cut by Bowman.
See it. Come on, Emir. You're okay.
Maryville takes the ball away. Good job. And Maryville's got numbers. Behind the back pass, not good. And there is a pass to Abingdon way out there. No good. 8:30 left to go.
An ill-advised pass. Just make the simple pass.
Songster going to shoot a 3, misses it. And quickly up the court, it's Simons.
You know,
and
nice
blocked
recovery.
by Bowman.
Oh, my goodness. Who did he call a foul on?
On Bowman.
He called it on a push? I would have to vehemently disagree with that. He had a nice block on that tip. I didn't see any body contact.
That's Bowman with his second foul.
I think, Coach, you know, you really probably have 2 teams tired. You know, we've played a little tired. We got off to a nice start. We've been stuck. We had 64 with 11 minutes to go, and we're at 66 after 3 minutes. So.
And they were at 48, they're at 49.
Yeah, so both teams.
66. And Whitener, 66-50. 8:13 left to go in the game. Maryville will come up the court. If you're...
See, there's that mid-cut. There you go.
That's a foul.
Now, that's one of the cuts I've been talking about, from a high wing pass cut to that middle.
Ridley with his 3rd foul.
Yep.
Going to the line will be Brooks.
Brooks has done some really nice things in this afternoon's game. For a point guard, he's worked the mid-post really well on some cuts and dribble drives.
Brooks from Atlanta, Georgia, junior. He'll be back next year. Nice size, 6 feet tall, 190. Makes the second one, 68-50. 8 minutes left to go in the game. And blocked by Amir Bowman.
Come on, D. Come on.
So with 6, make that 7:55 left to go in the game. Maryville up 68-50, and Coach Chuck going to get together with the troops and come up with a last push here.
Well, their style of play and the fact they're a little tired, it doesn't really favor a comeback in the last 7-55 unless we give them some energy-boosting plays, such as some bad passes that go directly to layups, losing people on the defensive end where they get some wide-open threes.
I was going to say, we haven't seen too many three-pointers here in the last several minutes.
No, they haven't. Our defensive philosophy for this game, it looks to me, is that we're going to guard them with minimal gap help.
By the way, the last 8 minutes is a 15-6 run by Maryville.
Okay, we'll take that. But it's been we're just not moving. We're not closing off gaps as quickly. We're just saying, hey, you're a little bit on an island defensively. Just try to force them wide and shield, because they're not going to take much time to get a shot off.
Inbounding the ball will be Simmons. Going to throw it back into the backcourt, but it's not a violation. Abington will bring it up the court, guarded by Joshua Brooks. He'll go into the corner to Simmons, and that's Amir Bowman with a
not a good foul.
Not a good foul at all. Yeah. That's his 3rd.
So,
and they're in the bonus.
Yeah.
So Whitener going to go to the line.
And
Whitener, by the way, is 2 of 5 from the free throw line, 10 points. 7:47 left to go.
Line drive.
Good block out by Brooks.
And, you know, for Pfeiffer, they've got to make all of those. If they want to get back to where it's single digits in the last 4 minutes, they're leaving points at the line. That bodes well for us.
68-50, Maryville leading. Brooks with the ball.
There he is. Wow, the corner was there.
And they'll go baseline.
Cut.
Back out to Hoppe. Back into Emir Bowman for 2. No good. And rebound Whitener, and up the court comes Havington for the Falcons, and he misses that three-pointer. I was going to say, this is where you're going to see a rain of three-pointers.
He saw 4 guys sitting at the table, and I guess he figured it might be me. That's
Hoppe
3.
for 3, yes!
Hoppe's having a fine ball game, and that really
17 points. 71-50, Maryville. That was a tough shot.
It was one we needed. Nope.
Blocked, and here comes
Bray to the basket, and behind the back.
To Maryville's Hoppe, no good. And up comes Sivens.
Nice off the glass. Well, that was a bit of a missed opportunity. We had a 4-on-2 break, and sure would like to see a little better execution.
71-52, Maryville leading.
Cut through the middle. There it is.
Maryville going to slow it up. 6:06 left to go.
Give me a cut through the middle. There he is, open. Ooh.
Bray to Emir Bowman. Bowman under the
nice.
basket, and a missed easy shot by Dentarius Bray, and up comes Ridley, and the ball is blocked.
Wow, get up, Bowman. That was a nice cut by Bray for the back door behind the basket. You just couldn't get the reverse in.
Well, he's
yeah.
outside corner three-point shot.
Get it.
Good.
Hoppe is hot.
74, hotter than a pepper patch.
Yeah.
74-52.
Yeah. And
the dagger.
They're getting ready to have a mass substitution.
Hoppe with 20 points. We got a full timeout here, and we'll thank all our sponsors today. And that's Blunt Partnership, GoTees.com, Cookout, LeConte Wealth Management, Campbell Party Rentals, Kenjo Markets, Airport Hilton, and Firehouse Subs.
Well, George, Hoppe has 6 threes.
He has, he's 5 of 9. I don't think they put the last one up. I think he has 6.
Well, he's definitely been the, he and Songster have traded out a little bit tonight. He's getting the threes, and Songster's been popping the 2s.
He's 6 for 10. I've got him 7 for 11.
Yeah. Well, they both shot it well, and Songster's just had more shot fake drive opportunities. Hoppe's backed off of him. He's really drained it.
5 players in double figures for Maryville. Hoppe, Bowman. I got Hoppe with 20. Bowman with 16. Songster 13. Clifton 11, and Jason Brooks with 10.
So Calvin hasn't scored this half.
No.
And we got it out to 22, so other guys have picked up the slack.
Mainly Hoppe.
Yeah, especially in the last 2 minutes.
So here we go. 5:29 left to go in the game. And up comes the Falcons.
No roll. I mean, no roll. Everything's a 3.
No good. Rebound comes down to Estes, and that's a good job by Estes as he was battling for the ball. He was battling Fusha with the ball. There's that back door, and the dunk, and the feed.
Boom.
76-52.
Wonderful, good ball movement, good cut. There you get it. Now look, if you look on our offside, we have no one in the paint. We have no one in the paint on the offside. Normally outside defense, so you'd have at least 1 foot. And that's a key clue if you're watching to determine our defensive strategy. We're going to be on an island, guarding one-on-one, shielding the drives because they take tough shots. And, of course, they're rewarded this time with 2. But it's worked really well. It's been a great strategy. It's cut down on their open threes. And quite honestly, they've had a hard time just scoring.
76-52, and they miss a shot. Dick Clifton with the rebound. For a team that scores 101 points,
they're going to be well
short.
below it this game.
Maryville right about at their average right now.
And it's our patience and system that has taken the air out. You know, Pfeiffer against us, they would need to play us on the first game of a 2-game weekend. Songster, no good on the 3.
And quickly up the court. And they'll get it outside to Schmidt. No good. Rebound, Hoppe.
You know, their style of play is geared to a 3-point and then dribble to the basket game, and they need fresh legs.
4:03 left in this game. Maryville up 76-52. A long road trip for Pfeiffer. They've almost a 6-hour drive.
Yep.
And it's tipped around, picked up
Whoa.
by Miller. 3-point
There's a 3.
shot. There you
Boom.
go. Good by Blake Schmidt.
He had a
3:30
nice
left
look.
to go.
He has a good-looking shot.
Well, he got set and took his time.
Kind of fits this system.
You got to shoot quicker than that usually.
Yeah. But, you know, the way they play, they're bound to have some guys that will shoot that type of real
3-point
spot
shot
3.
by Maryville, no good. Bowman knocks it away, picked up by Rodriguez.
That's a charge. Oh, I guess I missed that call, George. I wonder if his
goes to
I wonder if his foot was on the line on the charge circle. Because sure looked like he was there just waiting. But I guess
that's probably what it had to be. And don't forget, folks, next Saturday, February 9th, save that date as we celebrate Coach Randy Lambert's career after 40 years and over 715 wins, 1,035 games at the helm of Maryville College. Randy Lambert has decided to retire. The opposing coaches say, thank goodness. Make plans to come to the Cooper Athletic Center, historic Boys and Beer Gymnasium, and celebrate Randy Lambert at 2 o'clock on Friday, February 9th, in a game with a 2 p.m. tip-off against Huntington. Events being planned throughout the afternoon will celebrate Coach Lambert's successful tenure. Yeah. Come on out, everybody. 2 o'clock.
George, it's your the fans. It's your last chance to give encouraging words from behind the bench to help Coach Lambert along to more wins in his last homestand in the regular season. And then on Sunday is your senior night.
You got it.
And he's had a great core of 7 seniors, and end up on a high note here. We certainly hope.
Shot up by Rodriguez is good. Tristan Rodriguez, 78% free throw shooter. And he'll miss it, and Clifton with the rebound. 76-56, and Maryville will just slow it up. Not enough possessions left in the game.
Pfeiffer's played 15 players today. Of course, these guys are playing late time. And
Hoppe got beat up under the basket and no foul.
I'm hoping Coach Lambert is, you need one more career technical in here somewhere, don't you?
Yeah, this could be.
That'd have been a good time to get one. Because he did get mugged. Randy asked him, said, there's no foul, there's nothing. And I mean,
Amir Bowman going to take the ball down the court, and we got a timeout at 2:17 left to go in the game.
High school wrestling tournament's going on right now this weekend.
Right here.
That was very much indicative. It's almost a takedown. But I can't blame Zero because he's given up a foot. And I guess the official, gave him wide latitude on his defensive position.
Maryville putting David Deacon in there, 14.
Nice.
McGee gets his own rebound.
Good deal.
Even with the push in the back from behind.
I tell you,
56.
I like McGee. he's given him some good energy, some rebounds. He's done a good job.
And the number 0 with the three-pointer. No good. Deacon with the rebound for Maryville. Under 1 minute left to go.
Let's break 80.
And also number 1 in there, Clark. Sanders
Nice
with the
drive.
quick break.
Corner.
Inside
Post.
to McGee.
Beautiful.
And good.
McGee went to the middle of the lane, front the rim on that baseline drive. Good basketball IQ.
And a nice layup there by DJ Bradshaw. Sanders. And that's not a foul.
Not yet. It will be. It will be.
Good Lord. Maryville still not in the bonus.
No. Yeah. Well, this is nice. We get a chance to run an offensive set. Someone get a good shot, I hope.
Deacon gets the ball to Griswood. Back to Deacon. Deacon from Lenore City. Just south of here.
There you go. Curl.
Griswood
Good.
on the curl.
Nice.
Backward. Good shot. Well executed.
Well done, well done.
Griswood with the basket. 1 minute left to go. Maryville up 82-58. Rodriguez.
Nice block. Oh, go to the hole.
And
Beautiful.
the layup by Sanders. 84-58. Kicked it back outside. And there's a Cone with the three-pointer. No good. And it's McGee, your man, with the rebound. 30 seconds left to go in the game. 5-second differential. Maryville has to shoot once.
There you go. Give and go. Nice.
And it's going to be a foul.
With 22.7 seconds, Maryville enters the bonus.
Yeah.
But that was a nice give and go cut. Deacons gets a chance to earn 2 and get the stat line going.
Yep. David Deacon, 1 of 1 from. Actually, he hasn't shot a free throw. That time he did. He's the 100%er.
Yes, he is. I saw him play in high school.
Rodney, thank you very much for coming. I know you got to run.
Oh, I don't have to run. I'm just cleaning up and getting ready to.
85-58.
Well, it's a good win by the Scots. And
and that should wrap it up. Bradshaw with the basket. 10 seconds left to go.
Maryville's going to go to 11-3. And Pfeiffer in the conference. Pfeiffer will fall to 5-9. And George, for all of our listeners, your top 4 in each division advance to the tournament. And Maryville sitting nicely in second. Has Covenant on the road late. And I don't know what tiebreakers are, but if Covenant slips up and loses one, that game at Covenant will be huge.
Very big. 85-60 your score. Maryville wins today. And the next game, don't forget, folks, will be next Saturday as we wind down the season. February 9th against Huntington. It's Randy Lambert's celebration, folks. And please come on out. The community has been supportive, but this is Coach Lambert. He's been real supportive of the community as he has been for his whole career. 1,037 games. That's a 716th win.
Well, and it's testament to longevity. When Maryville College, and I was part of the committee that hired Randy. He was young, relatively inexperienced, definitely coaching on the college level, but great enthusiasm, and he wanted to be here, and well, he's never left. And that patience on his part building a program has paid off great dividends, not just in wins and losses, but also in legacy of players that have gone out to be successful in their communities in various ways. in professions and coaching and work. So it's a great legacy as a coach. The wins and losses always mean a lot at that moment. Means even more, though, when former players come back to see you.
Yeah, like Brent Watts right here. He's scrimmaging the 6-year-olds, making that three-point shot.
Brent keeps trying to find those guys he can still take one-on-one, and he has found them.
He's still trying to find guys he can defend it against because he never has.
Well, it should be a great weekend, not only for Coach Lambert's ceremony, but also the senior
on
day
Sunday.
Is on Sunday.
That's 3 o'clock.
And, and that will be, barring tournament play here, the last regular season home game coached by Randy Lambert. And should be a great day. Big crowds for both games, I hope.
They will be. Thank you, Rodney. 20 points for Hoppa. Amir Bowman, 18. Calvin Songster, 13. Nick Clifton, a double-double, 11 points, 14 rebounds. Joshua Brooks with 10 points. 4 for Estes and J.P. McGee. 2 each for Sanders and Griswood. 1 for David Deacon at foul shot. For the Falcons of Pfeiffer, high-scoring Kyle Ridley did not have a good day. Maryville held him to half his scoring average. He's got 14 points for the day. 10 points for Whitener. 9 for Jarek Simmons. 6 for Sabb. 5 for Rowe. 4 for Brad Shear. 3 for Smith. 3 each for Abington. Abington had a 3 right at the beginning of the game, and that was it for him.
Off the bounce. He never came close.
3 for Foch, 2 for Ziski, and 1 for Tristan. Maryville wins today. They go to a record of 15 and what do we got there?
Well, our overall record now has gone to 15-6. We're 11-3 in the conference.
Yeah, and that's Maryville's 8th game in a row.
Since Mr. Clifton has entered the starting lineup, we are 8-0. May it continue.
May it continue. And we're going to take a quick break, and we'll have Coach Lambert out here. Again, Rodney Nelson here with me. I'm George DeBobby. We'll be right back. Coach Lambert here with me. Coach, another victory today, your 716th win in 1,036 games. But more importantly, you stay unbeaten here in the last 8 games with an 8-game win streak. You're 11-3 in the conference, 15-6 overall. Are you happy with today's game?
I am happy with today's game, George. You hold a team that's averaging 100 points to 60. And doing it on back-to-back days, which I know they played back-to-back they played yesterday also, so this is back-to-back games for them. But, it's tough when you have to come out and play at this pace. We're not able to practice, obviously, when we play yesterday and have to get ready. We walked through today, and I thought our guys did a great job of listening and following the scouting report. And, that's a true sign of maturity. Very happy for the guys. They deserve it. They deserve it.
Coach, what do you think in today's game was the catalyst that kind of got you guys going, the momentum?
George, I just think it's that they've bought into our system. They're sharing the basketball. We're not having to feed any egos. 22 assists on 34 made field goals is phenomenal. And you end up, we shot right at close to 50% from the field. And I just, I thought our guys really played with a lot of effort and engagement, and that's what we talk about all the time. Be engaged, and some great individual performances. Obviously, Hoppe shot it well, hit the three, and rebounded, and 20 points on 6 of 10 from the three-point line. What about Nick Clifton,
Another
man?
double-double.
I mean, the guy is just playing as good as he's given us so much. 14 rebounds, 11 points, 3 blocked shots. Emir Bowman,
55 points in 2 days.
Yeah, I mean, you can go on and on. Of course, you don't want to take for granted. Calvin had 13 at the half. He didn't score in the second half.
Didn't need to.
No. Josh Brooks with 10 points coming in off the bench. Caleb is playing with such confidence. I'm sure he's a little disappointed with the way he shot the ball today, but 6 rebounds, 4 assists. You can go on and on. I mean, we're getting a lot of help from a lot of people.
Well, Coach, talk a little bit about some of the, numbers and what you've got to do to host a game in the tournament and maybe host the whole tournament.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for us to get the overall host. Covenant has got a 2-game lead on us. We do play them again. So if they could just up and lose one and we keep winning our games, then we've got a chance. We've got a real chance. But it's sort of now it's evolved into somebody's going to have to do a little work for us. It's not just all on our backs. And so I do think if this next weekend, critical, you got Huntington and LaGrange coming in here. And see, Covenant did what we were not able to do. They went on the road, even though it was a 1-point game in both games. They beat Huntington at Huntington, LaGrange at LaGrange, and we weren't able to do that. I'd like to think we're a little bit better team now. And so, I hope that this next weekend is going to be so emotional for me and for a lot and our seniors. But I do think one thing you can count on, I think we'll be locked in on both games because we realize how important it is. And right now, I'm just really pleased with this team and how they're responding to a little bit of or a little bit of adversity and just playing the way that I thought we were capable. And we're real close to being, playing to our full potential. We really are.
Well, Coach, talk a little bit about emotion. Have him come over here and sit down with us.
He wouldn't sit down if you paid him, George. You'd have to it would take an awful lot of candy,
It's your grandson.
It's my grandson. He's my buddy.
Coach, talk about the emotion for you. I know you worry a lot in all games, and this week you seem to be a little more worried than normal. I've been around here 20 years, and I can tell.
I hear you. Worried, I don't know if it's worried. Tired, yes. It's hard on an old man to play back-to-back games, and so I think that's part of it. But
it was the dancing yesterday that got you, I think.
It was, yeah. It takes Cinderella didn't overcome her ball that easily, So it's just a situation where I've got to. Continue. I'm trying to enjoy it, George. I really am. I work at it. I'm trying to. I want to have fun with the guys, and that's what I told. That's the first thing I told them this morning in our walkthrough. You're trying to get their attention, and he goes. And I told him, I said, "Hey, I'm having fun, and I want you all. I want the fun to continue, and we do that by playing the way we're capable of playing up to our expectations, our standards, and." It's right now it's all about this program and continuing to win and put ourselves in a position to compete for a conference championship.
Coach, February 9th, that's next week against Huntington, 2 o'clock. The community's going to come out and support you, and I know that's going to be a good time for all. And I hope everybody does come out here to historic Boydson H. Bair Gymnasium.
Yeah.
And we can call you historic now almost.
Yeah, historic.
Or prehistoric.
Yes. But, it would be a lot of fun to have this place packed. I mean, packed. Not a seat in the house, standing room only. It's been a long time since since that's happened, and I would like it because that's sort of the goal, part of the goal that I established a long time ago. I wanted to bring basketball back, to a standard that our Maryville College community and the Maryville community itself deserves. And I wanted to put a product on the floor that they could be proud of, and I think we've done that. But the other side of it is I wanted to produce an environment that the kids felt that the game was important to more people than just us, the players and the coaches, and so I that's what I've loved growing up in Big Orange country,
it's big Lambert country.
Well, I've enjoyed the way people get so caught up in the Tennessee thing. I went down yesterday morning to get my coffee on the way in here for a shoot around, and this guy I talked to every day for the last 10 years, I thought he knew I coached at the college, but I go, man, it's a beautiful day today, isn't it? It's going to be 60 degrees. And he says, oh, yeah, but it'll be a lot better if the Vols win. And I said, and the Scots, but anyway.
Coach,
a lot of fun, George. Appreciate you.
Congratulations on 7-16.
Hey, let's go enjoy the Super Bowl. Who you picking?
I'm going to go. I have to pick the Patriots because my son-in-law picked the Rams. And it's a dinner date.
Oh, my goodness.
And how about you?
I'm going with Tom Brady, man. He's the man, and I wouldn't bet against him in a million years.
Thank you, Coach
All right,
Lambert.
buddy.
Maryville wins today, 85-60. We'll be back next Saturday at 2 p.m. We'll get their tribute as they leave Maryville College. So long, everybody. Thank you, staff. George DeBobby saying good night.